Good evening. My name is Professor Alexis Outlaw. I'm glad to be with you this evening virtually as we venture together into Business 309 Human Resource Management. The topic that is human resource management is super important because this particular function generally helps individuals understand what is their placement in the world of business, particularly understanding different dynamics that make up business, such as training and development, um, how you source and hire individuals, employee labor and relations, diversity, equity, and inclusion. This particular course covers all that content in small bites so that you, as a business administration or any major student, get the opportunity to explore what does the function of human resources mean to you as a student interested in business. I come to you as a student in business myself. I'm a proud graduate of Alverno College, the other all women's college that has a rich history, much like Mount Mary University. Yeah, sorry, got to see my background. In which we enrich women through the learning through what we call a liberal arts education. So my hope is during your time at Mount Mary University that you have been able to explore yourself, take different classes, and do different things that have allowed you to learn more about yourself. And I'm super excited to be on this journey with you as, believe it or not, y'all, 20 years ago, I was a student in business at Alverno College studying, and now I come to you as an assistant professor of business at the other all women's college teaching. So I love to tell my students that because that is my testimony around the impact you can have when you get your voice and understand what you can contribute to the world. So I'm really excited to be learning with you all. Okay. So enough about me. This class, you all, is a little bit unique because we are what we call a hybrid class, if you will. You're going to have the opportunity to review lectures and information provided by me, your instructor, but it's going to be up to you to make connections with your classmates in real time on projects and on projects and things due. So very shortly, I'm going to show you all the syllabus in which we're going to talk about class expectations, assignments, deadlines, and some of those other specifics to this course. Also know that once we discuss that, I will then take you onto our Canvas page in which I will help you navigate and understand how to read due dates, things of that nature. Please know that the best way to reach me is through email in the Canvas application, because it comes directly to me. In addition, I'll give you some more details and information about due dates and assignments, but just know that as your instructor, for some of you, I'm also your academic advisor. So please know if there is anything that you need during your time here at Mount Mary University, please do start with me, Assistant Professor Alexis Outlaw. If you don't know what it is you need, okay? All right, so I'm going to get ready to share my screen. And as mentioned, we are first going to go through the course syllabus so that you can all hear different information about this course, Human Resource Management. All righty, so this is the course syllabus. You should have been able to go on our Canvas page. And actually, let me stop my share. I will actually go on the Canvas page and then from the Canvas page get into the syllabus. That is probably a little bit more functional, just so you all know. So Canvas, you all, is the primary way in which we're going to see information, details, and due dates for this here course. Canvas is the digital platform that we use here at Mount Mary University that is the best way to submit your work and information. So if you are ever turning in an assignment, a quiz, anything of that nature, Canvas is where it's going to be populated because that is the space that we use here at MMU. So week number 1, you all, no class, Martin Luther King Day. So that was us last week. Don't forget that you are to read. So every week I will post the chapters in which we should be reading and the titles in which they are called. This here is more information about me, your instructor, Alexis B. Outlaw. I have my Master's of Science in Management. So I don't have the traditional business degree. A lot of people get an MBA, a Master's of Business and Management. My master's degree is in the science of management, which really focuses on the idea of how do you create processes, procedures, and kind of organize yourself to manage a thing. And so some people use a MSM in like manufacturing. And I also have my business credential, which is called a SHRM CP. We'll talk a little bit later in class, a certified business professional, which basically means that I took a 4-hour test in order to get a stamp that says when it comes to helping individuals or speaking about the functions of business that I am credentialed to do so. So with all that alphabet soup, all those credentials, you all, that is why I stand before you as your instructor. In addition, our syllabus. So then here we go, you all. I'm going to click into our syllabus so that we can go straight from Canvas and just look at the information and details in it. So this course, you all, as you can see, when we are to meet in class, we're going to meet in NDH 147 or online. And so I have marked in Canvas those class sessions in which online attendance is going to be required. And based on the nature of work or production, we can determine if we want to meet as a collective unit as well. So we're going to just have to be in conversation, as a portion of this course does have the capacity to be both online and in person, based on due dates. And so my office, you all, is in Fidelis 312. My general office hours are 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Wednesdays. That just means that that's generally the block of time that I'm then sitting in my office. However, I will meet with you anytime. So as mentioned, if you need a thing, have a question, I'm available and able to connect with you, okay? So now we're going to go through more content related to the syllabus. Mount Mary University's mission. Know that when it comes to being a business entity, a vision and mission statement is a guiding principle. And so as we explore in this course a little bit further, you all will actually be able to curate and create your own personal vision and mission statement. So later down the line. So the description of this course, you all, is an introduction to the fundamentals of human resource management, emphasizing organizational and personal goals. Topics include basic human resource management functions, how they are performed, and the relationship between human resource managers and operating executives in public, private, and nonprofit organizations. So we're going to get to explore some different ways in which this function of human resources really impacts how an organization is and a lot of the things that it does. So from sales to distribution, and all across different industries, the function that is human resources management really does play a role in businesses being successful. All right, so our objectives and outcomes, you all, are to develop knowledge and understanding of various policies, procedures, norms, and ethics, gain context of the function of human resources in relation to areas of business that can benefit the inclusion of sound HR implementation. You will hear me speak to you in this class very commonly in the space of is everything was perfect. As we'll get to connect with one another and meet, we'll realize that we probably all have some different horror stories about how HR didn't do well, whether it was for us or a loved one. And so when it comes to these objectives and outcomes in this course, we're going to really leverage some of our own experiences in order to kind of learn what to do or how to behave. We're also going to make larger connection to the trends in modern human resource management. There's a lot of different things happening in the world now. So how does it affect how we hire or buy, or even pay people their benefits? And then define how innovation and creativity can support the organizational strategy in a business environment. So one of the things I love about your generation is you all are the big thinkers when it comes to how can you give information or details in a way that isn't too over the top, but just, really on the nose. So when we talk about marketing, a lot of students here at MMU really do impress me because y'all have some really creative ways to go about expressing yourself. So the required reading materials, you all, is a book called The Fundamentals of Human Resource Management. Um, I have the fifth edition in my possession. So provided you get that, all quizzes, information, and details come directly from that book. So you are going to want to get it just so that you have the ability to um, take the quizzes and whatnot. So then this is details about technology. As mentioned, Canvas is going to be a key element for, oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, you all. Canvas is going to be a key element for us to work within. Hold on one moment. I'm going to stop my screen share and then I'm going to start sharing again. I'm just going to go from the syllabus that I have and go away from Canvas, if that's okay. Okay. Do that, right? Forgive me, you all. So, as I mentioned, I'm a business major, but I am not technology, the queen of tech. I am not. However, it's all about learning new skills. So, I appreciate you all bearing with me as I get myself together. Alrighty. So, I'm going to get ready to screen share again. As mentioned, thank you for your patience as I get myself together. Okay. All right, friends. So I am back in the syllabus. And actually, let me just make this a little bit larger for the sake of viewing so that you can really hone in on the words being shared. Lovely, sensational. All right. So we have talked about office hours, our objectives, the course description, and textbook. A reminder that textbook is crucial. Please do have it as due dates have been assigned, and that is part of this here. Messages, as mentioned, if you email me directly through Canvas, you are more than likely going to get me the quickest. Any sort of email communication is probably the best way to be able to get in contact. In addition, if you need to meet with me, we can. Just let me know. So then we're going to talk about our primary assignments. And when we get further in the bottom of the syllabus, you all, I am going to talk more kind of day by day specifically. However, big assignments. So the first thing that you are turning in this course is going to be a one-page human resource management assignment. I would like for you to write me one page minimum in which you answer one of the following prompts. One, what is human resource management? Two, share out 4 important issues human resources is currently facing. Why is it important and who can it affect? Or 3, what area or areas of human resources would you like to further explore in this course and why? Do be specific. So you all, grading will be based on making sure that the paper you submit is 11-point font and has no larger than 1.5 spacing. Spelling, grammar, punctuation, and content related to professional business communication will be expected. That means you putting your name, a cover page, things of that nature. Please do, even for a one-page assignment, as I always encourage my students to ensure that you put your name on a Canvas assignment, even if it is submitted digitally. Also, I will be looking to make sure that you make connection to a clear understanding of the prompt and what was asked. So reminder that only one page, and you must answer one of the 3 questions provided, okay? Minimum is for the one page. I'm going to ask you not to go over 2 pages, as sometimes folks do when they do get accepted. So then we talk about meeting in person, you all. We are scheduled for an in-person class session in which on February 17th, Monday, you all will be conducting for me as a class your HR strategy team presentation. This assignment is going to be for you and your class. We are currently a class of 5 individuals, and so we are going to work together as a group of 5, you all, in order to become an expert on one of the areas of focus. So this is going to be a group assignment in which you all are going to collectively work together. Here are some of the topics that you can work on, and what you're going to want to do is complete a presentation for me, the instructor, in which for 8 to 10 minutes, you all are going to come together and make connection. So it says here that it says a 2 page written summary of your main ideas. So because we are um, a class of 5, you all, I was thinking we could just make this assignment a collective thing instead of breaking down into smaller groups. I've seen it in class where, like, if you kind of split down into smaller groups, you know, yeah, you do learn different information, but maybe it's easier to come up with bigger ideas as a larger group. So, a reminder for this HR strategy presentation, you all, that you will be responsible for meeting separately outside of class, whether it be virtual or in person, to get your assignment together. Please know that as your instructor, I want to be able to tell who's contributed what connections have you made, and you have all these topics that you can consider for this here presentation. Later in our time together, you all, you are going to be responsible for connecting with an HR professional and interviewing them. You're going to conduct a phone call in which you meet with them. You're going to curate your own list of questions, and you're going to either have to meet online or in person, but record your exchange together so that I can view and see your body language, your mannerisms, your connection to this individual. Once you conclude your interview, you're going to write a 3-page minimum type paper about the exchange. What did you learn? What was the connection? You're also going to include the questions that you asked, a transcript of such, so that I'm able to see what you asked and why. You're also going to want to make sure to provide the details of your HR professional in advance. So one of the things that has happened with this assignment I've seen is sometimes students wait to find a professional and then they are scampering. So be in front of your individual HR professional interview paper because it's important, even if you want to connect with me and see if I know someone. I know some folks, so we can get you connected. There's also questions that you can pose if you would like to ask yourself about the assignment as well. And so, you all, we have a block of chapter quizzes in which, as we read a section of the book, you all will be assigned a quiz. All the quizzes have a certain amount of points due for them, and they come from the chapter readings, okay? And so 5 quizzes total, 20 points apiece. And in that, these quiz questions are going to be multiple choice, essay, and true and false, but all out of the book, Human Resource Management. Chapter quizzes should be submitted through Canvas as well. Then finally, the big shebang. All of our time together in human resource management, you all will culminate in an individual human resource management paper, reflection, and presentation. You're going to write an 8-page paper on a topic of interest based on your time in human resource management. This can highlight articles, information, legal action, or the best practices you found in relation to your topic, but it's all about what you learn in this course as well. You're going to then write a self-reflection about your time learning about human resource management and what you now know to be of the business world now that you've taken this course and experienced more as an individual sharing business. We'll look to see what did you find engaging or what could have been better so that you could maybe have learned more. I'm going to be looking for details, and please know with all assignments and presentations, you all, that I will produce a rubric to go with all of the corresponding information. And so much like we're talking through this in the syllabus, this will also be included with each assignment prior to due date so that you have the ability to structure your assignment and ensure that you're hitting what 15 points looks like or you're hitting what 90 points looks like. Okay. So criteria is length, that you have created something that is visually pleasing and that you really dig into your topic. Then we have what we call HRM discussions. You all, these are on Canvas and they are an opportunity for you to go into the discussion question, and based on the discussion conversation for the day, we will go back and forth in which we will share detail with one another. You will be graded on not only your own submission, but your own responses as well. So you all, this is a breakdown of the grading, for this course. So 600 points total is what you can receive. So your very first assignment coming up due, you all, the 1-page human resource management assignment is worth 50 points. And you're thinking 50 points? Yes. This here beginning paper definitely sets for me the tone as your instructor on what can be opportunities of engagement for you. So it's curated down to one page or two or less for a reason. In addition, you can see 100 points for the team presentation. That'll be you all collective. Your HR professional interviews, also 100 points. Chapter quizzes, 20 points per each, and drawn through the duration of this year class. And then your individual HRM paper reflection, and then our HRM discussion. So as you can see, you'll be able to determine the point value that you receive. I will give you points and grade your information. And this is the scale. Ooh, fancy sparkling water in my mouth. Okay. I don't know if it's fancy. I just feel fancy when I drink it. But grading scale lets you know that, based on points, what grade you will be at. Just know that I will do and tend to do my best in terms of grading your information in detail very quickly. So getting that back in your hands so that you have the opportunity to either redo, resubmit, make larger connections, I do allow. Now, what I don't like to allow you all is late things. And the reason why is because in the space that is business, if you are late, sometimes you miss an opportunity. So while I'm all for communication, Canvas has outlined due dates. Please do your best to get in information. Please know that after 2 weeks of a non-submission of an item without either further, conversation or context, or excuse me, 4 weeks without further conversation or context, the highest you can get on it is 50%. So please do not leave any points on the table for you when it comes to turning in materials or information by not doing so. As mentioned, we do use Zoom for this class. You all were invited to come today. It's okay if you didn't, because you're going to get to watch this here Zoom of me getting it together. Um, but do know that there is tech involved with this course, and you're going to need to be up on it and connected to it in order to be successful. I shared with you my timeline on grading. And as mentioned, you also, because this isn't the traditional class, when it comes to the sessions in which we are required to be in person, I very much do need to see you, okay? So do communicate any needs in advance, say if that is not possible. However, in a moment, when we go back to our Canvas page, I will be able to show you the dates in which we are required to be in session. I shared with you late work and the policy on such. And then you all, for the remainder, this course for any of you, say if you're taking it as something required for graduation, the absolute last final day that you can turn anything into me to get credit or points would be Friday, May 16th. And I don't think that's smart to do because you all are to be walking across the stage on the 17th. So for any of my seniors who are in this course, congratulations. We want to get you out here. Further information in the syllabus is Mount Mary policy, student code, in which you definitely have access to. And now this is the part of the course syllabus that I just want you to be mindful of. While there is the um, Canvas page for this class, this is the breakdown, you all. So week 1, as you can see, there was no class. And this was the assignment for you to read the text, in which it's 127. So my goal for you all, and what you all should have done, is read today's chapter 1, because that was the rule, or that was the not the rule, that was the ask. When we talk about week 2, it is 127. And so today, look, you all, we are already through so many things. Course introduction, syllabus, we've talked about the text. I'm still giving you the skinny on my expectations, and we will talk a little bit about chapter 1, managing human resources today, provided ideal. In class, the discussion is going to be around that HRM paper. I will go back and talk to you a little bit about what are expectations for that assignment, as well as show you on Canvas where you are able to submit for points. For the next class, you all, you're going to read chapter 2, managing equal opportunity and diversity, and get to work on your HRM paper as is due the following week, okay? So as you can see, looking through this, you all, there's different days and things that are due. Where you want to pay keen attention, you all, is to things in which we talk about the criterion rubric, meaning that is where we're going to talk specifically about assignments, when they're due, and what are expectations. So know that if we're talking about a project and I'm like, consider adding this or throw a little bit of that on there. It would behoove you to have a pad and a pen, piece of paper in order to make sure to give your assignment as much as you can, because the only way that I can tell that you're making connection to this content is through demonstration, okay? We do get to enjoy not too shortly as spring break. Just know that by the time we go on spring break, you should have nailed down who your HR professional interview person is. And if not conducting the interview during spring break, I hope you get to do it before, but don't wait after till, because that is also a big portion of your grade. So you can go through this whole thing just to kind of see the breakdown. But as mentioned, what is described here should mirror what is shown in Canvas as far as just things due. Um, we also have Easter in this class, and so just be mindful of the times off and days we have coming up for this course. They're going to be important, okay? And when we get further down the list, use of AI, academic context, support systems, and Title IX. So you all, we are in a course in which we are business individuals, business individuals. And so I can understand researching, information through the use of AI. We are a moderate use course, meaning that while I don't have a problem with you exploring and getting information from the space that is AI, as an instructor, have a whole AI machine that I can slide papers and documents into. So my hope is that when coming up with information or ideas that you all help generate, your own thoughts and ideas and information. It never hurts you to go look at a scholarly article in order to make connections. So just know that we are moderate use in this class. And that just means that is through instruction. So if I say go on the internet or go do this, that's fine. But we never want to produce or submit any information that comes straight from AI. In addition, academic honesty and integrity. This is just the idea that you're doing what you need to as a student and that you're going to produce information that is truly you. Also, when we talk about accessibility, if you are a student in which you need some support, please know that you have rights. We will talk in this class about rights and laws and institutions in which through the workforce we have had to make rules and regulations up. And so we are no different here at MMU, in which you as a student have rules and regulations that are provided to you. And so accessibility, this idea of getting support, you can. We also have advising, learning services, consultants, counseling, public safety. I know some of y'all are promise programmers. Congratulations to you all. Woo-hoo. And then Title IX, which is the idea of non-discrimination. So you will hear as we talk in this class about Title IX and different policies as they go on. So please know, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, but that is your course syllabus. And thank you for letting me read that to you in its entirety. Woo. So now I'm going to go to the Canvas page just so that I can share with you all what should be created and submitted for next class. And then once we have that conversation, I will then stop the recording and share it with you all. So let's go. Here we are. Okay. And actually, I need to change my Canvas to view it like you all as a student, because that is what is most appropriate. So then, all right. So this is what you all see. So can you see the flags here? These to-dos, these are all things to do, y'all, to watch, to see, to do. All right. So then for next class, you all, a reminder this week, read chapter 2, managing equal opportunity and diversity. Next class, and for your discussion questions, discussion forum, we will dig into this. I'm going to talk to you now a little bit about the human resources assignment due. Remember, 1-page minimum response, no more than 2 pages. Answering: 1, what is human resource management? 4, important issues that human resource management is currently facing. Why is this important? Who can it affect? Or 3, What areas of human resources would you like to further explore and why? Be specific. Grading has been shared, and know that with this submission, I want you to, even if submitting online, to include both your name, instructor, course, assignment, and date. Okay? Make sure that that comes through with every assignment because it's important to be sure to label yourself. So then, if you go take a look at upcoming assignments, you do have the opportunity to see points and when they are due. As mentioned, our next discussion coming up is going to be talking about EEOC. And in it, you all are going to have to pick a time period and basically give us the skinny and the research around what were some significant things around that. And so the EEOC, also known as the Employment Opportunity Commission, is an entity that helps create space for individuals to be able to be hired and treated in the workplace in a manner that is dignified and legal. Yes. Um, for this course quizzes. So I'm going to just show you quizzes, what they look like, so you have the opportunity to see them. Quizzes are 20 points. And wait, something happened to this quiz. I'm going to need to fix it. I'm thinking. Remember, you all, while I might be your instructor, sometimes y'all, I'm learning things like you're learning things. So do bear with me. And if you ever have a question, do let me know. So with quizzes, I shared that you all are going to have the opportunity to answer multiple choice, essay, and a variety of other types of questions. And so I just want to show you all for context what you can expect from a potential exam, as there are 5 of these total. And so there'll probably be about 3 chapters per quiz. So the management process involves specific activities at each function. What are the 5 functions, and provide a short description of each. So because this particular question is chapters 1 through 3, you're going to want to work through chapters 1 through 3 in order to get your responses. So you have the opportunity to take as long as you need to submit the quiz. And if you would like to resubmit, because I do have to manually grade essay responses and some of your other vocabulary things, do let me know. But just know that submission within the week is probably your best bet. So I'm just going to stop this here. And actually, I'm going to leave student view. Oh, no. Okay. So then a place, sorry, you all, these are all my classes. A place that I am going to show you all that you always want to peek into, and my hope is that you always see it, is announcements, okay? So the thing is I can tell when you're on. I'm like Santa. Well, actually, I don't want to prescribe to Santa, but I can see you when you're virtual. I can see you when you're not. So when you talk about the time necessary to complete this course, the information and details, I really do encourage you to be mindful and pay attention to announcements as they happen in real time, okay? Announcements do have things posted, and please do make sure to read them. We talked about discussions, and so they're posted up here for me, but if you go look at them, you can see all these different ones posted that we can start to discuss. I think you all that is the primary information and detail when we talk about this course that we're going to want to cover for this evening. As mentioned, chapter 1 is the primary thing that you're going to want to read and review. In addition, your 1-page human resource management assignment is due. So it is a pleasure to be connected to you all. I will send out some Canvas details and more information. But as mentioned, Canvas does have the drop dead ruled up attendance dates for this here course. And please do reach out if you need anything. Once again, my name is Assistant Professor Alexis Outlaw, and I'm very much looking forward to being your instructor for Human Resource Management Business 309. Thank you.